Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 16th of April 2025 and the prices of Bitcoin on the global cryptocurrency market, guys, has marginally gone down and looks like there is news regarding tariffs circulating all over the world, isn't it? But look guys, I cannot stress this enough. There is so much of misleading information going on regarding tariffs. As a matter of fact, guys, yesterday NVIDIA did announce $500 billion worth of investment flowing into the United States of America, and for the very first time, they are actually building the offices in the United States of America. And the reason they are doing that is because they want to go ahead and avoid tariffs. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss this. Now, along with NVIDIA, guys, there's over $5 trillion that is being secured by the Trump administration. And if you look at it from a long-term point of view, things are definitely looking good for the US economy. And because of that, guys, there is a very high possibility the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will be impacting, isn't it? As a matter of fact, guys, the White House digital asset director, that is Bo Hines, he did have a really long interview with Anthony Pompliano at the White House, and during that interview, guys, he did actually suggest that there are talks in place where tariffs will be used to go ahead and buy Bitcoin and put it as strategic reserve. So what I'd really urge you to do is, in the show notes below, there is an entire interview. It is definitely important that you go ahead and listen to it, and they talked about quite a lot of important things, including stablecoins, Genuis Act, and quite a lot of other important things. And could it be possible that the United States of America will be the crypto capital of this world? So what I'd really urge you to do is, guys, make sure you go ahead and listen to that particular episode. Now, we'll definitely go ahead and discuss this in today's episode. Now, unfortunately, guys, one of the projects that is connected to United Arab Emirates, that is Mantra token, their token did actually go down by 90%. And so far as Mantra token is concerned, guys, the token is called a Zoom token. And looks like there was a lot of insider trading and selling allegation. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss this. Now it's needless to say, guys, that the CEO has completely denied these claims. But unfortunately, guys, looks like people have suffered for this. So it's going to be really interesting to see if there is any outcome to this. Now, Mantra's Zoom token, guys, they are more connected to tokenization. And unfortunately, news such as this is not doing great for the tokenization world as well, isn't it? But regarding this Mantra token, guys, we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into it. Now, the final news, guys, we're going to be talking about is an unfortunate one. And looks like a lot of centralized exchanges were affected by AWS, that is Amazon Web Services, and Binance, along with KuCoin, did have the cryptocurrency exchange disrupted, and they did actually go ahead and suspend withdrawals. And even other services like Rabbi and DBAC did have some outages. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. So quite a lot to cover, guys, in today's episode. And like we do in every Crypto and Coffee Date series, we will be looking at two news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. Now, the first news, guys, is definitely not a good one. And one of the companies called as Haven, they've been fined by the Abu Dhabi Global Market. And essentially, guys, the news is that Abu Dhabi Global Markets FSRA, that is Financial Regulatory Authority, they've imposed a fine of $8.85 million in Haven Group. And they've also cancelled the license for ACL Limited, which was part of ADGM. And they've also banned the founder, Christopher Flinos. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. Now, regarding this group, guys, I'm pretty much sure I did actually talk about this in October of last year. But it looks like there's an unfortunate ending to this. Now, the next news, guys, has more to do with insurance. And they are trying to merge with Web3 Innovation Solutions. And the news essentially is that Realm Insurance and Leva Insurance, they have obtained central bank approval in UAE for Web3 Insurance Solutions. So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. So quite a lot to cover, guys, in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the Blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well. And Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously. And they're focusing on 3 Ps. That is people, planet, and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform. Check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now if you look at the global cryptocurrency market guys, it has marginally gone down since the last 24 hours. And since the last 24 hours, it is down by 1.37%. And if you look at the global cryptocurrency market guys, it is at $2.65 trillion. Now if you look at the 24-hour trading volume, it is well below the $100 billion mark. It is at $74.29 billion. And since the last 24 hours guys, it is actually down by 7.34%. Now earlier this week guys, one of the listeners did actually ask, are there any particular metrics we should be looking at this entire week? And to be honest guys, besides tariff, I cannot think of any macro level factors that we need to be looking at. But the cryptocurrency world is absolutely wild. Maybe if there is an unfortunate hack by a leading cryptocurrency exchange, that would negatively impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, isn't it? Other than that guys, the only matrix we need to be looking at is the FOMC meeting. Now in the month of April guys, Federal Chair Jerome Powell will not be making any decision. And there is no FOMC meeting as such, and the next FOMC meeting is scheduled to take place in the month of May, and that is the date at a macro level that will directly and indirectly impacting the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Other than that guys, I'd really urge you guys to go out and keep a track on what is going on in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency world, and news such as this could directly and indirectly impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now going back to the global cryptocurrency snapshot guys, if you look at the total volume in decentralized finance, it is below the $10 billion mark, and it is at $7.09 billion, and decentralized finance guys accounts for less than 10% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. It is only accounting for 9.54% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume, and if you look at the total value logged, today it is at $90.05 billion, and Aave has been dominating consistently since the last 2 weeks, and the total value locked on the Aave is $17.92 billion. Now, one matrix guys that I definitely keep an eye on, that is decentralized to centralized exchange dominance, and today the percentage is 26.96%, and I often stress this enough guys. In an idealistic world, this percentage should be around the 40 to 60% mark, and it should be consistent for at least 6 months to 1 year. Only then we can confidently state that the world is ready for decentralization, isn't it? Now maybe we might be able to achieve that in the next decade. Now let's quickly run to the volume of decentralized exchanges. Now Uniswap guys is at number 1, and its 24-hour volume is $1.52 billion. Radium is at number 2, and its 24-hour volume is $668.92 million. Orca guys is at number 3, and its 24-hour volume is $584.92 million. Pump guys is at number 4, and its 24-hour volume is $551.29 million. At number 5 guys is Cantor Dex, and its 24-hour volume is $462.21 million. Now let's quickly run to the volume of stable coins, and unfortunately guys, this number is definitely not looking that great. Ideally guys, this number should have been around the $120 billion mark, because that would give us an indication as to which direction the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is heading towards, isn't it? Unfortunately guys, it is almost half of that. It is only at $69.56 billion, and stable coins guys as of today is accounting for a staggering 89.64% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. And out of the $69.56 billion guys, Tether USDT is accounting for $55.44 billion, Circle USDC at $9.64 billion, and FDUSD is at $2.25 billion. Now let's quickly run to the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now Bitcoin's dominance guys is staying strong at 62.92%, whereas Ethereum's dominance has been fluctuating for almost 3 weeks now, and its dominance is only at 7.34%. Now if you look at the 24-hour trading volume guys, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $28.30 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is $13.11 billion. And if you look at the market cap of Bitcoin guys, today it is at $1.66 trillion, whereas Ethereum's market cap is at $192 billion. Now every day in the Blockchain DXB podcast guys, I tend to look at one new matrix, isn't it? And what I want to do today is, I want to look at the top meme tokens by market capitalization now, because whether we like it or not, meme coins have definitely become a revolutionary thing in the cryptocurrency world. And when you talk about politics guys, Elon Musk is also heading Doge, that is Department of Government Efficiency, isn't it? So I thought let's go and look at the top meme tokens by market capitalization, and it's no surprise that Dogecoin is at number 1, but looks like his market cap has taken a massive hit, and today it is only at $22.92 billion. Shiba Inu guys is at number 2, and its market cap is at $6.85 billion. Pepecoin guys is at number 3, its market cap is below the $3 billion mark, it is at $2.96 billion. Now looks like President Donald Trump is definitely making moves in the meme coin world as well, and his official meme coin, that is Trump, its market cap so far as ranking is at number 4th, but its market cap is down to $1.57 billion. At number 5 guys is Bonk, but its market cap is below the $1 billion mark, it is at $920 billion. Now let's go ahead and look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin, and the price of Bitcoin guys is $83,866, and since the last 24 hours it is down by 1.52%, and since the last 7 days it is down by 10.90%. Ethereum guys is at $1,599, and since the last 24 hours it is down by 1.98%, and since the last 7 days it is down by 12.52%. Ripple XRP is slightly above the $2 mark, today it is at $2.08, and since the last 24 hours it is down by 2.50%, and since the last 7 days looks like it is pumped up the most, it is actually up by 18.78%. Now look guys, whether we like it or not, the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies does revolve with what is right now going on in the United States of America, isn't it? And President Donald Trump guys looks like he wants to go ahead and make Bitcoin and cryptocurrency great again. Now there's a lot of misleading information guys regarding tariffs, and there is a lot of drama going on, particularly between the United States of America and China, isn't it? And looks like the negotiation is going back and forward. But look guys, I cannot stress this enough. President Donald Trump is implementing tariffs as a negotiation tool, and there is always an option for companies who are operating in other countries. They can completely avoid tariffs by going ahead and building things in the United States of America. And there is a massive breaking news guys. NVIDIA, which is a giant company in the world of artificial intelligence, they made an official announcement of investing $500 billion in AI infrastructure investment in the United States of America. And in the show notes below guys, I have gone ahead and put out 2 official links. The first one is directly from the White House website, but look, let's say if you're a Democrat and if you're suffering from TDS, what I'd really recommend you to do is go to the second source, which is on the website, and the second source, guys, is the official news by NVIDIA as well, and even they have confirmed $500 billion worth of AI investment in the United States of America, and for the very first time, guys, chip-making giant NVIDIA will manufacture its AI supercomputers entirely in the United States of America, and they have pledged to produce $500 billion of AI infrastructure in the United States over the next 4 years. So look, guys, news such as this is definitely bullish for US economy, isn't it? But unfortunately, guys, mainstream media is now talking about it. Now imagine if mainstream media talks about this, and if they actually say that this is because of tariffs, what kind of an impact do you think is going to have on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies? The prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will immediately be pumping up, isn't it? And that's one of the reasons, guys, that it's so important that we look at information from first source. And I cannot think of it, guys. Let's say if mainstream media will actually start covering this news, what kind of an impact will it have on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies? Now regarding NVIDIA, guys, NVIDIA's Blackwell chip production will start in Arizona under Trump administration, and they plan to produce up to $500 billion worth of AI infrastructure in the United States, and they will be doing that with partnership with TSMC, who've already invested $200 billion in the United States of America as well. And along with that, guys, they will be having partnership with Foxconn, Wistron, Anchor, and SPIL as well. Now, I cannot stress this enough, guys. This is such a massive news. And the CEO of NVIDIA, guys, that is Jensen Huang, did actually state the engine of the world's AI infrastructure are being built in the United States of America for the very first time. Adding American manufacturing helps us better meet the incredible and growing demand for AI chips, and supercomputers strengthens our supply chain and boosts our resiliency. This, to be honest, guys, is a massive news, isn't it? And the company, guys, will utilize its advanced AI, robotics, and digital twin technologies to design and operate the facilities, including NVIDIA Omniverse to create digital twins of factories in NVIDIA Isaac, and they also have something called as Groot, guys, that will be used to build robots and automate manufacturing. Now look, guys, I cannot stress this enough. Mainstream media should actually be covering this news, and if they start doing that, guys, I'm pretty much sure the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will be pumping up, isn't it? But instead, guys, mainstream media are talking about illegal immigration, and they're choosing to ignore the word illegal, and they're just talking about migrant workers being deported by President Donald Trump, and that, according to me, is 100% fake news, isn't it? And as I understand, guys, over $5 trillion worth of investment has already been secured by the Trump administration, and there are reports there will be more than $2 trillion worth of investments flowing in because of tariffs, and whether we like it or not, guys, these investments will definitely be helping the US economy, which will directly impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. As a matter of fact, guys, White House Glasses Director Bo Hines, he did have a really in-depth interview with Anthony Pompliano, and the podcast is called as Pomp Podcast, guys, which was actually recorded on White House, and I really urge you guys to go ahead and listen to the entire thing, guys, because in that episode, Bo Hines did actually hint that a lot of money that does actually come from tariffs may be used to go out and buy Bitcoin and put it as a strategic reserve. And during the interview, guys, Anthony Pompliano did actually ask if there is a specific amount of Bitcoin they intend to purchase, and he clearly said, guys, there is no specific amount as such. As much as possible, they'll go out and get it. And Bo Hines, guys, did actually state there is no specific amount as such. They will try to get as much Bitcoin as much as possible. And during the interview, guys, he did actually state that President Donald Trump wants United States of America to be the Bitcoin superpower of the world. Now the big question, guys, is when you talk about decentralization or distributed nature of cryptocurrencies, should the United States of America be the crypto capital of the world, or should the entire thing be distributed? According to me, it should be completely distributed, isn't it? But look, as United States of America taking a positive stance on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is a massive deal, and a lot of other countries will completely follow similar pursuit, isn't it? Now regarding this interview, guys, they talked about US Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. They also discussed what are Trump's visions on Bitcoin. And as I mentioned, guys, President Donald Trump wants to go ahead and make USA the Bitcoin superpower of this world. And Bo Hines, guys, also stressed the importance of stablecoin legislation. And he also talked about how the Republicans in particular, they're actively working on something called as Genuis Act. And they also want to implement blockchain technology in the banking sector. So what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, in the show notes below, there's a link to the YouTube channel of Anthony Pompliano. Go ahead and listen to the entire interview. I definitely do think, guys, with news such as this, things are definitely looking promising for the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now, guys, let's go ahead and talk about a project from United Arab Emirates. And since the last weekend, guys, they've been making quite a lot of news. And unfortunately, it is not for good reason. And Mantra, guys, their token, that is Ohm token, did actually plunge down by 90%, and a lot of them via Twitter or X are saying that it is the team that is dumping a lot of the tokens, and there are quite a lot of reports that are published, guys, and a lot of these reports are citing Arkham Intelligence, and Arkham Intelligence, guys, they do provide accurate information, and based on the data by Arkham Intelligence, they did actually show a wallet linked to investor Laser Digital. They did actually move millions of Ohm token before the crash, including 6.5 million that were dumped on OKX exchange. However, guys, the CEO, that is John Mullen, has completely denied these claims, and he's actually saying that Arkham Intelligence has mislabeled wallets and none belong to key investors. This, according to me, does not make a lot of sense, because if you actually got a look to the wallet, guys, looks like it does actually belong to Laser Digital. And it's needless to say, guys, Laser Digital and Shuruk Partners have also denied these claims, so it's going to be really interesting to see if insiders have actually gone ahead and dumped these tokens. Now, regarding OKX exchange, guys, they've actually flagged suspicious activity and called it as a big scandal. Now, I'm pretty much sure, guys, there's going to be thorough investigation regarding this, isn't it? Now, regarding Mantra, guys, they're heavily connected in the world of tokenization, and if I'm not mistaken, they also have a partnership with the Mark Group, and looks like they want to tokenize properties that are connected to the Mark Group as well. Now, let's see, guys, if the Mark Group goes ahead and breaks this partnership or not, because news such as this is definitely not good even for the Mark Group as well, isn't it? Let's see, guys, if we do get any outcome regarding this. Now, along with Mantra dropping 90%, guys, there is an unfortunate news that is connected to Amazon Web Services, and Binance, KuCoin, as well as other cryptocurrency platform, guys, did experience disruption due to an issue with the data service provider, that is Amazon Web Services, and Binance briefly suspended the withdrawals, but they did actually resume them within minutes. But as I understand, guys, users are still facing trading issues on both Binance and KuCoin, and a lot of this news is actually circulating via X or Twitter. And along with Binance and KuCoin, other services like Rabbi and DBank have also reported outages connected to AWS. So essentially, guys, in short, what I can say is an AWS outage has affected several crypto services, causing temporary withdrawals and trading issues. Now look, guys, we heard so much about the benefits of so-called Web3 technologies in it, but a lot of the centralized exchanges are still connected to Amazon Web Services. So let's see, guys, maybe in the future we might have a world where everything is completely distributed and there's absolutely no centralized services or entity involved. But at the same time, guys, having everything distributed does have a massive risk as well, isn't it? Now, in case of Amazon services, guys, because it is a centralized service, a centralized team can go out and fix it in just a matter of minutes or few hours. In case of a distributed platform, guys, who's going to take the initiative? Maybe it is a foundation or association who goes ahead and takes care of it. But that again is another word for covering up centralization, isn't it? So in an idealistic world, guys, distributed form of working does actually have some challenges, and I've said this over and over again now. When you talk about blockchain technology, guys, beyond transferring payments, I do not see any use cases, and that is one of the reasons why I've launched a completely new project called as Bitcoin DXB, where we talk absolutely everything regarding Bitcoin and nothing to do with cryptocurrency and blockchain technology as such. So these were the newscasts on the Bitcoin blockchain cryptocurrency world. Now let's look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first newscast is definitely an unfortunate one. And Abu Dhabi Global Markets Financial Services Regulatory Authority, they've imposed a fine of $8.85 million on Haven Group, and they've also cancelled license for AC Limited, and they've also banned the founder, that is Christopher Flinos. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this, because Abu Dhabi Global Markets Financial Services Regulatory Authority's investigation, guys, uncovered serious regulatory breaches involving 3 Haven-related entities, and even Flinos. Now the good thing is that no Abu Dhabi Global Market clients were lost as a result of this misconduct. Now regarding the fines, guys, it is broken down into 4 areas. Now out of this $8.85 million, guys, $3.6 million fine was issued to Haven Cayman, which is an ACD holding limited in Cayman Islands, $3 million in Haven ADGM, which is the AC Limited, and $1.5 million in ACD Holdings, and this is SPB in Abu Dhabi Global Market, and $750,000 fine was issued on Christopher Flinos, who's the CEO of the company. Now Haven ADGM, guys, exceeded its regulatory permission by routing client transactions to unlicensed AC Holdings, and they failed to implement adequate AML systems, controls and risk management. And Haven Cayman and ACD Holdings, guys, engaged in unlicensed financial services activities in Abu Dhabi Global Market from October 2018 to May of 2024, and they converted virtual assets to fiat and vice versa through ACD Holdings account without gaining Financial Services Regulatory Authority license, and ACD Holdings, guys, was an unregulated SVP, not authorized to conduct financial services in Abu Dhabi Global Market, and Christopher Fleener's guys was directly involved in managing and directing these activities across these three entities. And he lacked integrity and failed to ensure compliance with Abu Dhabi global markets regulations. And here's the crazy thing. Over 200 false and misleading documents were created on AC Holdings letterheads to mislead banking partners, and these documents, guys, were produced under the direction of Flinos and involved both Hayden Cayman and ACD Holdings, and the entities and Flinos provided false information to Financial Services Regulatory Authority during the investigation, and Financial Services Authority CEO, that is Emmanuel Guanakis, guys, emphasized that this misconduct threatened regulatory integrity and required strong enforcement action. Now, the Financial Services Authority thanked Cayman Islands Monetary Authority, that is CIMA, and Abu Dhabi Global Market Registration Authority for cooperation in the investigation. Definitely scary stuff, isn't it? Now, news such as this, guys, is definitely not good, particularly for Abu Dhabi global market as well as the entire region. And more importantly, guys, so far as cryptocurrencies are concerned, it does put a very negative image as well, isn't it? Definitely unfortunate news. Now, guys, let's go ahead and discuss second news, and this is connected to insurance in the world of Web3 technologies. And the news essentially is that Realm Insurance and Lever Insurance have obtained central bank approval in the UAE for Web3 insurance solutions. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this, because this approval, guys, covers Sigma Web3 and Sigma Web3 Vara, two multi-line insurance or products for digital asset businesses. And this milestone follows the strategic partnership signed in February 2025, and their aim is to serve high growth, innovative sectors such as digital assets, biotech and artificial intelligence. And the regulatory approval signals growing UAE support for blockchain and Web3 innovation, isn't it? And Sigma Web3, guys, is designed for companies developing or using blockchain technology, and Sigma Web3 Vara is a tailored version for companies regulated by Dubai's VARA, that is Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority. And these insurance solutions address complex and unique risks such as financial, cybercrime, and professional liabilities. And these products, guys, are geared towards digital asset firms, crypto exchanges, fintech innovators, and blockchain startups. Now, traditional insurers often lack understanding of these emerging industries, creating a massive production gap, isn't it? And looks like that is the gap that they're trying to solve, and they're enabling companies to innovate with confidence. And Sigma Web3 Solutions aims to help Web3 businesses meet regulatory requirements and build operational resilience. Now, look, guys, according to me, this is an absolutely brilliant idea, and I'm pretty much sure, guys, a lot of startups in the Web3 space, they would definitely be inclined to take the services. And the CEO of REM, guys, emphasized that this is a significant step for brokers and clients in the United Arab Emirates, and the group CEO of Lever has highlighted the partnership as a commitment to industry innovation and growth. And if you look at the approval by Central Bank of UAE, guys, the approval does demonstrate regulatory collaboration as a driver of secure, thriving digital economies, in it. Now, REM Insurance is a Bermuda-based launch in 2019, and they are focused on emerging sectors with an A rating from Demotech. And regarding life insurance, they operate from the GCC, serving over 1.5 million customers in personal and commercial lines. Now, look, as me personally, I'm definitely liking this news, and I'm pretty much sure, guys, a lot of startups will definitely be benefited by this. So definitely a genius move by offering insurance to these companies. Now, these were the news, guys, on Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and artificial intelligence. Well, from blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now, for the next few minutes, it's going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, Metaverse. So let's get started with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB, listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, Metaverse. I have a question that Danny asks: should the United States of America become the Bitcoin superpower, or should crypto leadership be decentralized across nations? This is exactly what I was talking about earlier on, Danny, isn't it? I can make an argument for both the cases, because Danny, whether we like it or not, United States of America right now is a superpower, isn't it? And if US does become a Bitcoin superpower, I do think it would be an absolutely great thing, because the US has the financial structure, global influence, and legal systems that could actually drive Bitcoin at a solid institutional foundation. And whether we like it or not, when the United States of America has scoffed, the entire world has pneumonia, isn't it? And President Donald Trump He was a massive detractor of Bitcoin at one point of time, Danny, but he has taken a completely U-turn. And because of that, I do envision a lot of other countries doing something similar as well. And I very strongly feel, Danny, if US does move fast and smart, and if they do work on things like Bitcoin Strategic Reserve for offering regulatory clarity, it could bring in serious trust in capital. And I'm pretty much sure a lot of European countries will start doing something similar. And if that thing happens, Danny, just imagine what could happen to the price of Bitcoin, isn't it? Now, based on my understanding, if you look at things at a geopolitical level, and with the timing on when Bitcoin reaches a new all-time high, which is approximately 18 months from the halving, things are definitely looking in the right place. And I very strongly feel, Danny, if the US does become a superpower hub, it could actually bring in serious trust in capital, especially from traditional investors who are still on the sidelines, isn't it? And when you talk about Bitcoin mining, President Donald Trump is definitely offering them incentives as well. But look, when you talk about Bitcoin by its definition, it is peer-to-peer electronic cash system, and as much as I like what is going on in US, particularly to do with Bitcoin, it does go against the whole distributed nature of it, isn't it? Because look, Bitcoin was never meant to be controlled by a single country, not even the United States for that matter, Danny. And I very strongly feel that when you talk about the power of Bitcoin, it does actually rely on its distributed nature, isn't it? And I'd really like to see countries like El Salvador, Nigeria, Bangladesh, UAE, and Singapore to have an equal playing field, and there should be absolutely no single point of control or central entity, and that would be absolutely great in my honest opinion. Now look, because President Donald Trump is a massive advocate of Bitcoin, things are definitely looking great, but let's say after his term, if a Democrat gets re-elected, things might not be looking good for the world of Bitcoin, isn't it? So in that case, I don't want any particular country, even the United States of America, to be the super capital of the world, so it would be best if Bitcoin is completely distributed all across the entire world. That is my honest opinion, but definitely an intelligent and interesting question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything season blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Blockchain DXB podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the price of Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. We also look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.